Hey, Premium Scapers, back with the Unique Hero box set again.
I'm Mr. Premium Scaper.
I'm Chris, and once again, it's kind of sad because this is our last episode with this on Let's Talk About It. This is the last one, which we're going to start another one, Wave 2. But I always get sad with the last one for some reason.
The last one in the hero pack, y'all. Last one in the hero pack. But I'll still close my eyes and draw it like always. I don't want to
Let's draw. Let's draw.
Boom.
There we go. All right.
SU-BAK-NA.
Oh, man, I like this guy. Actually, guys, you just seen a couple of videos where I've used this dude.
Yes, if you watch our battle videos.
You'll see him in use, guys.
And SU-BAK-NA is not the name of the dragon.
It's the Morrow on the back of it.
Is the little Morrow dude right there.
Now, he is a Morrow. He's a unique hero. He's a Hive Lord. He's tricky, and he's a huge 12 because he's on the back of a dragon. He does have some abilities here. Over here on the stat line, the dude has 5 lives. He can move 6 pretty fast. He only has 1 range. He has a menacing 7 attack. That is huge. He only has 3 defense. Dude is 160 points. And then part of that 160 points right here is probably this one ability here called Hive Supremacy. And it does help. It says anytime you roll the 20-sided dice for a Morrow or Watson army card, you may add 1 to your dice roll. That is, truly believe it or not, that's huge. It does make a big difference. And then his other ability is flying. Fly over water, fly over obstacles, all that good stuff.
Well, with a movement of 6 and flying, that's great.
Yeah.
Great movement.
Like I said, if you watch the videos, you just saw me use this dude.
He is also a Hive Lord.
Yeah.
Or not a Hive Lord. Yeah, a Hive Lord. He is also a Hive Lord. So that gives him bonding with the Nagrubs. If you watched the last battle video, or
I used them.
It might not be the last battle video now in this video, but you know what I mean.
In our last 3 battle videos, 2 of the videos, I've used him in there.
Yeah. He gets to eat the Nagrubs to heal himself.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Back in the main beginning, we didn't have the Nagrubs right off the bat. It took, they didn't come along to the Swarm of the Morrow set. So when I used this dude, and I used him, slightly.
I've used him quite a bit because I played a lot with the Marrows.
The only thing I remember getting to use him with at that time was, the Morrow Warriors when they try to clone. And then you had, it took a little while for, I think, the drones to come out. And you got to use them with the drones because it was quite some time later before the cell dividers came out. But
I even used him a lot with stingers.
And when I used him in the beginning, I always put Thorn with him to give him that extra defense. Because I'm going to tell you, 3 dice with 5 life on a 160-point figure, that's pretty squishy. I hate to say it like it, but I know the 3 dice is average. But that is pretty squishy. And he will go down pretty quickly with those 3 dice. One of the videos, I think he did go out pretty quickly.
Yeah, he can go.
So, and it made it expensive to put a Viking with him back in the day. And, it really, because he's 160, the Viking's 80. So it pushed the point cost to use them like that. And for me, I like a uniformed army a lot of times. So a Viking and a Morrow army was just really weird. So to Mr. Premium Scape's point, when Swarm of the Morrow come out and then the Nagrubs came out, well, now they're cheaper. You can put, I think 2 squads of Nagrubs in there compared to 1 Viking.
No, they're only 30 points.
Okay, so you can definitely put 2 squads in there and almost a 3rd squad for just 10 more points.
Yeah.
And you kept them close to him, and what they done was they healed him up. Now you just had to make sure you didn't get 1 or 2 shotted.
Yeah.
But they would heal him up, and plus they could attack, so they synergized with him. So once the Nagrubs came out, he was definitely more usable. And for me, when the cell dividers hit, that's when I went, oh yeah, I like that army. You put him with cell dividers and Nagrubs, and you just turn them loose. And that's what you saw me use in those battle videos. But yeah, he's good for that 7 attack. I don't care what your defense is. I don't think there's no higher defense than a 9, and that's on a Deathwalker. And he's throwing 7.
Yeah, and if you're wanting to look at one of those heroes that synergizes, that's fun to play with, a Marrow Army has all kinds of cool synergies, and he can fit a lot. He can fit right in with it. So, anytime you go Marrow, there's a lot of cool options, and SU-BAK-NA is
One of those
one
options.
of those cool options. Yeah, he's a bone dragon. He looks very cool.
Very menacing.
Yeah, I mean,
That is so cool. I mean, if the maybe not so much the heroes of Morrows, but their squads has staying power. Usually, almost all of them have some way to regenerate, come back. The Morrow warriors that's got the range, they clone, water clone, or stand still and clone. If you're on regular ground, it's a pretty high number. But if you're in the water, it gets a lot easier. The drones, they get rebirth from the Morrow hive, just like the stingers and the drudges. They all get rebirths. And then the cell dividers, if they take a wound, you can, instead of looking at one now, you can be looking at 2. It's happened quite a bit. So, those Morrows, they have ways of hanging around and making your life miserable.
And Marrow's like a staple to heroscape too. That is one of their own creations.
Yeah.
The Marrow Army. And they've done such a great job with it. I mean, like, there's not a Marrow I really don't like.
Right. They're all so cool. I mean, they all do something unique and special with their own crew. Now, maybe they don't synergize, like, you can move this hero and then move this squad. Maybe they don't necessarily synergize that way, but they do have something that's going to help them get through that fight. Some of them boost attacks, or some of them can teleport.
Get a roll for their stinger thing now.
They get their own little thing.
It can bite you if you get the 1 through 4, but
and if you got the Morrow Hive with them, you can rebirth those bad boys. So they
and that right there, that ability helps with the
with the roll.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're playing huge armies, why not? Put your big 1,000-point army on there and battle somebody. Look, hey, there's nothing like playing an army like that. That is such a huge, fun game to battle. You got to throw that stuff together and just use it. He definitely makes all of the Morrow people better. The drones, he helps with their roll to where you can use, if you get the right number, you can use 9 of them. Imagine that, moving and attacking with 9 drones. That's just crazy, and it happens. Seems. I'll be honest with you, it seems like the Morrow get their stuff more than average people do for some reason. And maybe it's because there's so many of them. I don't know. But it's like, it seems like they get their stuff. They hit their rolls. It's really strange. Like, for instance, it don't have nothing to do with him, but we was playing over at the boardroom one day in Charleston. I had a Morrow army. I had the original dude with the 6 or 7 dice. I had Nigatsa. He's got that. he's got that mind control ability. I was playing Mr. Premiumscape, and he has the big stomper dude, and he was basically devastating my army. And
I had Torquil with a bunch of Negrubs.
And then Torquil came right up to my guy, bam, mind control. Game over, man.
Yeah,
I turned around and just took it on me. And what's even worse, like I said, Morrow seemed to hit those rolls. The next game, I was playing Josh. He had a bear army, and he had a full squad of Frostclaw Paladins, and he mind controlled those bad boys. And it's game over. Because that was a big part of Josh's army.
Yeah, he hit 2 20s that day back to back on mind controls.
Yeah, and when I done it on him, it was the first roll. Now it took a couple rolls to get the bears, but still, it was one of those things like, wow, I cannot believe I just hit that. So like I say, for some reason, Morrow, they get those rolls. If you we talked a couple of videos back about done. I never saw nobody hit that and remove markers.
Yeah.
Or even the chitter chatter dude to look at markers and move one. Hardly ever hit that. I think I've used him a dozen or so times, and maybe one time I got it. But yeah, the Morrows, they seem to hit a lot.
Yeah, they're lucky.
I don't know what it is. they do good, Something about their dice rolling just works. So, yeah.
Marrows, they're good on big battle board or small battle board also because
They have sustaining abilities to
yeah,
hang
and
around.
they got numbers. They can come back. Some of them can come back.
They'll just swarm you. Henceforth, I guess, Swarm of the Morrow.
Yeah, Swarm of the Morrow, that's for sure, yeah.
Definitely earned that name, they did.
But I love the Marrows. They're fun to play.
Yeah. And once again, you know, if you don't get him in the big battle box altogether, I'm sure you can find him out there on his own, $10, $11 easily. Might even get him cheaper than that. I don't know. Like I said, the unique figures tend to go cheaper than the common squads, you know, because people like multiples of common squads, where the unique figures, they only need that one. So there's a lot out there, especially these guys. I know they are. If you like to run Morrow and you have Morrow, man, you got to go get this guy. He's fun.
Yeah.
He's great. Like I said, watch those couple of videos where I used him. You'll see. One video he did go down pretty quick, but you know my army still hung around and battled. They almost took it. Second video, yeah, they just ravaged.
I mean, since you just got through playing those battles, you could probably rank him.
I probably could. Wait a minute. Something bad happened one time, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's not go there then. We won't go there. We'll just say that he's a good guy. So, Mr. Premiumscape?
As I always say, y'all, I love SU-BAK-NA. I like all Marrows, to be honest with you. You cannot go wrong playing with a Marrow army. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
And as I always say, like and subscribe.
And I'll tell you, if you set your order markers right, you can win that fight, guys.
That's right. Peace out, y'all.